Hello, my loves. It's Dina from No Fear, Just Flow. I am really interested in talking about getting out of the world of atheism and into the world of faith. And I find that a lot of people don't quite understand what that means. So, to be clear, an atheist believes in no higher power. They just believe that when you die, you die. They don't believe in reincarnation. These are my understandings and what it was like for me as an atheist. I was raised an atheist, meaning that my parents raised me that way. So I did not have a choice. It wasn't something that I decided to do because faith didn't work for me or because I had some sort of religious indoctrination that was upsetting to my psyche, because I know that happens too. My atheism, I was raised in it, and therefore it was a lonely childhood. It was. And if anybody was an atheist from childhood, maybe you can relate to that, because most people do have faith of some sort. Most people talk about God and Jesus, especially around this time of year, and I didn't have that. I wasn't even allowed to believe in Santa Claus. So as a child, there was darkness. I didn't really have anything to live for, as far as like, why would I behave? Why would I do good things? If we just die and there's nothing else, you just don't really have as much of a moral compass. And so I think I lived a life of debauchery because that was what felt right to me, and I wasn't joyful. I mean, I was happy to some degree. I didn't live a horrible life. I raised two beautiful daughters and was married for 25 years, and my life was okay, but it certainly wasn't joyful. I certainly didn't feel as much love as I feel now with my faith and with Jesus in my life, and with understanding to walk your life like Jesus, that there are certain things that you just don't want to do anymore, right? There are certain things that just don't feel good. And I'm finding that a lot of people that were raised in the church, maybe they don't even have that joy. Maybe they forgot that Jesus just loves us. He loves us so much, and he just wants to wrap his arms around us. And it just really does bring me joy, because I've never felt a love like that, an unconditional love. And these are tears of joy, because I know that if I continue to learn to let go of fear and to just have faith that everything works out the way that God planned it, the way that his son wants us to, the way that we talk to Holy Spirit. And it's important to remember that God and Jesus are one, and that they are the creator and the son, and that if we quiet our mind and listen, they will speak to us, they will guide us. And so even things that are disappointing now, like, I know that they're happening for a reason. I don't understand what's happening in my life sometimes, but I know that he does. And so that's my newest prayer, is that I say all the time, I don't know, but you do. And it's a beautiful place to be. And so I am here just ready to give my life to Jesus. And that's what I'm doing. I have stopped so many things that just don't resonate with being able to quiet my mind and talk to God. I enjoy just meditating and prayer, and I enjoy just the simple things in life, because I don't need the things that I once did. And I'm not judging anybody that does. We all have sins. We do. I've realized that I have a food addiction that I need to work on next. And I certainly have a potty mouth sometimes, but lately when I cuss, it doesn't feel good rolling off the tongue. So the more that I embrace Jesus, the more that I talk about God, the more godly that I become, if that makes sense. And I do really want to talk to other atheists, because I do challenge the idea that you can feel good, not just good, but joyful in your lack of faith. I don't believe that you can. And if you're questioning Christianity, there are a lot of people out there that have really delved into it and done a lot of research, and because they were atheists too, and they wanted to disprove it. I think C.S. Lewis was one. I can't remember the name of the other one, but somebody just sent me a 3-hour podcast from an atheist that was actually a journalist, and he wanted to disprove it and he couldn't. So the thing is that there is a lot of evidence that Jesus lived, that Jesus died, that Jesus was resurrected. And it does all sound crazy. It does. But maybe we're more magical than we think we are. I think if you've ever been overseas and seen the ruins and the beautiful structures over there, you will know that that certainly wasn't just created by normal people that are sitting around eating Doritos and drinking beer and watching football or soap operas or whatever it is that we watch, ID Discovery. Like, we are so bogged down by distraction that we don't even know how magical we are. And so I find that a lot of atheists that come out and watch my channel get angry. And I understand. I was mad too. I was mad about people that loved God. I was mad about people that had joy in their life because I felt left out and I didn't understand it. And I found God on the threshing floor. I found God in the darkest days of my life. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that he was waiting for me. I'm so grateful that I was able to let go of my fear and cling on to faith because it got me through some super dark days. And now, even though I don't have it figured out, I live this joyful life of knowing that everything is going to work out in God's timing. And I'm just here to walk the path and to learn as much as I can about the Bible and Christianity and God and Jesus and other people's experiences, because I want to help other people find their way either back to Jesus or to Jesus to begin with, because it does feel so good. It truly does. And I understand what being an atheist felt like. I do. So I just would like to say that you are loved, that you are God's child, and that I'm up for debate. I truly am. So if it irritates you that I say that atheism is not a joyful place, then prove me wrong. Do. I would love to hear somebody tell me that they are a joyful atheist. I don't think the two can go hand in hand, but that's just my belief. And it doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that I don't have love for you. I just think that in your need to be right, maybe you've lost some magicalness. Maybe you've lost the idea that there is truly magic in the world. So that's it. It's wonderful to be childlike. I am I am a child of God, and so are you, and you are loved. No fear, just flow. Like, subscribe, comment. I like your comments. And that's it. Have a blessed day. You are loved.